Hey guys, this morning I'm going to talk to you a little bit about something that I know affects most fishermen at some point or another. It's certainly affected me many times in the past, and that is how to keep your minnows alive for extended periods. I remember as a kid, we would struggle to keep our minnows alive throughout the course of a single fishing day. It's actually not that difficult. There's a million different ways to do it. I'm just going to show you how I do it. I can keep a few dozen minnows alive for, up to 2, maybe sometimes 3 weeks with very little effort and at very little cost. So stick around, check it out. Now I'm stepping into my own personal little bait shop here. I got this little mini fridge, and what I do is I just keep my minnows and worms in here alive all the time. And it can get a little stinky inside this fridge, so what I do while I'm gone fishing is I actually just turn it off and just leave it open, let it air out a little bit. And by keeping these minnows in the fridge, let's see. I only see a couple of dead guys in there right now, but these minnows are already a week old, and got plenty of them. I've still got probably 2 or 3 dozen in there, and just every couple of days I kick on the bubble box aerator. I'll get them out and do that, and by keeping them cold and keeping the water fairly well aerated, I can keep a few dozen minnows alive for a couple of weeks, which is great because that minimizes the amount of times that I have to run into town for bait. This bubble box aerator has actually turned out to be a pretty good deal for me. Obviously it's a little dirty, it's been getting used, but I've had a number of these small portable aerators over the years. And I kind of like this one. It's got a clip, so depending on your bucket, you can just slide it on the side. See, there's a couple of D-cell batteries. And what's interesting, obviously it only works on 1.5 volts, because it'll work with just one battery in it. So it just relies on 2 running in parallel at 1.5 volts, just to provide more amperage. But you don't hear a difference really when one comes out. And the pump is up here. That's just your standard little diaphragm style pump. It's got a little motor that turns over fairly quickly, pumps this little rubber diaphragm, and that in turn drives air up through this. Now I don't have the box with me, but it did come with a package that you could put around this, and it had a hole in it, so you can continue to use the original packaging with this hole out of it, and it made it sort of a waterproof, more waterproof design. The switch itself has a little sort of water resistant membrane over the top of it, and I don't remember what I paid for this. I bought it off of Amazon. I've had a number of different portable aerators over the years, and so far I'm pretty happy with this one. I've only used it for a couple of months now, but it's holding up well. It does a great job of aerating. The Aeration Stone hasn't gotten plugged up or anything like that. It's even came with a little lead sort of weight, or some kind of metal, might not be lead. It goes around the stone and helps keep it down in the water. So I've been using this with great results. I'll put a link to it in the description of this video.